Let's face it, we're not getting any younger. So why don't we make 2024 the best and most exciting year for our guitar playing yet? Today I'm going to share with you 6 New Year's resolutions that I promise will make you a better guitar player by the end of the year. Now this cannot be overstated enough. Practice, consistent practice. You can't just practice for a few minutes once a week and expect to see real gains on your guitar playing. You need that consistent practice. So even if you can't devote hours a day to your practice, because let's face it, who can, right? That takes up time. But if you can dedicate 20 minutes every day to your guitar playing, you're going to see some real growth in your abilities. The next concept that I think guitar players really benefit from is just memorizing the fingerboard. Knowing the fingerboard cold at any given time, meaning you could tell me what note 8th fret 3rd string is instantaneously, that will take your guitar playing to another level as well. You'll just unlock the fingerboard and things will make more sense. So one of the ways that we memorize the fingerboard is memorize the notes on the 6th and 5th string. Look, you need those for your bar chords and chord shapes in general, or your pentatonic scale positions and things like that. So once you get those learned, the next concept that we could add to that is just knowing your octave shapes. Once you know how to build octaves on your 6th string root, your 5th string root, and your 4th string and 3rd string roots, you're going to start to see that everything just starts to move diagonally up the neck. Meaning that if I've got A on the 6th string, 5th fret, that A, an octave up, is on the 4th string, 7th fret, which means also it's on the 2nd string at the 10th fret. Our third concept involves the relationship of scales and chords and understanding that chords come from scales. There's a lot of guitar players that don't know that or don't understand how that works. So by studying basic major scale harmony, meaning knowing how to build a chord off each note from a major scale or harmonize the major scale, that'll also translate eventually into you understanding the modes of a major scale. And of course there's other types of scales out there that we can derive chords from as well as modes, but have a good solid understanding of just basic major scale modes and chords and how all of that stuff ties together. Once you see that, I tell you, that makes a big difference in your ability to improvise or come up with chord progressions, because now you've got a more informed decision before you play. Hey, if you're finding value in this video, hit that subscribe button for me. Learn basic harmony, meaning understand basic chord progressions. How do chords want to work together? We can go into writing a song or a riff or anything like that and come up with something that sounds cool and not know what we did. And that's great if we've got that kind of creativity. But sometimes we need something that's a little bit more off the shelf. So understanding like the Nashville numbering system, what all that stuff means, such as 145, 251, 1625, all of these different numbering systems that we have, understand how those work and what it means and how you can apply it in your guitar playing. Now this next one is a real biggie here, because I find that a lot of us guitar players, and I know I resisted for many years on this concept, is to listen to music outside of our normal comfort zone. So for me, it was rock and roll. That's what got me into the guitar. I wanted to be a rock star, and I did not care for any other type of music. But in reality, I had not heard the right forms of other music. So as I got into high school, I went to an arts high school. I had to either play classical or jazz. There was no rock and roll guitar there that was offered as the curriculum. So I chose jazz because I thought, well, jazz, they have soloing, improvising, and thinking, well, that could only enhance my rock playing abilities, and it absolutely did. Come to find out, I actually liked a lot of jazz. Once you start listening to music outside of your normal scope, you're going to start to hear a whole different world you might not have known existed. The last concept is kind of one of the trickier ones for guitar players, and that's learning songs by ear training basically. Rather than immediately going for the tabs, try to learn the song by ear. Try to figure out the riff or the lick that you're interested in. And in the beginning, it might be frustrating. It's going to be slow because you might not be able to identify the pitches, especially chords. Chords can be tricky to hear and try to dissect all the different notes apart in the chord, but with enough practice, you'll get better and faster at it. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit of time and struggle learning songs by ear. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback on this video. If you've got questions, drop those down below. Let's make 2024 the best year yet for our guitar playing. Don't forget to subscribe to Joe Hansen Guitar, turn on those notifications so you see when I upload a new video. And until next time, keep rocking on.